Hey everybody, welcome to my farm. My name is Tracy and this is Brewing Family Farm. Okay, today we are going to make some homemade soap. My first ingredient is going to be lard. This is the tallow from pork. So I'm going to turn on my scale with the bowl on it so it will be at 0 and it will not recognize the bowl. I need 13 ounces of lard. Wow, that's cool. My next ingredient is coconut oil. There you go, 13 ounces. And the next ingredient is 8 ounces of olive oil. Okay, it's a little too much. It was about a drop too much. So I've got all of my oils in the crock pot and I'm going to turn it on low and let all the oils melt. And the recipe calls for 12.92 ounces of water and 5.3 ounces of lye. Well, .9 is what it's going to have to be because the scale does not go to 0.92. And now we need 5.3 ounces of lye. I forgot to shake this. Got a big lump in there. There we go. And now I am going to mix the lye into the water. You never mix water into lye. This is pretty nasty. It gets some nasty fumes, so don't put your face over it. And now we will let the lye water cool and the hard oils melt, and we'll be back when they're about at room temperature. Okay, my oils are melted. I'm just checking the temperature. This is a really good, cheap thermometer. So it's right around 130 degrees. I'm going to let this cool until it's about 100 to 110. I'm going to leave the lid ajar. Alright, we're checking our temperature in our oils. It looks like the oils are about 110 degrees. And now we're going to check the temperature in the lye. Yeah, the lye is under 100 degrees. So now it's time to make soap. Sorry about the lighting, guys. So we're going to be mixing the lye into the oils. I'm using a stick blender. If you ever want to know what stick blender not to get for this, this is one of them. It takes 2 hands. So I'm going to pour this in. Got my safety goggles on again. And now I'm going to blend this until it comes to a light trace. it unlocks, or it locks back if you let go of it. See, I'm real careful to make sure that those holes stay under the soap. Otherwise, it will splash at you, and this still has active lye in it. So we don't have to come to trace. Trace is when you drizzle some of the soap and it leaves a mark or a trace of a line on top of the soap and it stays there. We just have to make sure that this is good and emulsified. So it looks like all of the lye and the oils are emulsified. So now I'm going to plug in my crock pot. We're doing a hot processed soap. So I will plug in my crock pot and turn it on low. This will take about 2 hours for the initial part of the cook time. Okay, so the soap recipe that I have in the crock pot cooking is for a 0 superfat, and that means that the lye is going to convert 100% of the oil that I put in there into soap. If I tried to use that the way it comes out, it will strip all the oil off of my skin and it will make my skin very dry. Okay, I'm going to use 4 ounces of olive oil, 4 ounces of shea butter, 2.8 ounces of avocado oil, a ½ ounce of vitamin E, and I'm going to use turmeric as a colorant. And this is called super fatting. These are the oils that I will add back into the soap. This soap recipe makes a 0% super fat, and that means all of the lye is going to convert all of the oil into soap. If you try to use that without adding back in super fats, it will strip the oil from your skin and it will be very drying. So we will add back in super fats. So here is avocado oil. And we need 2.8 ounces of avocado oil. You can hear my cat howling outside. Okay. 2.8 ounces of avocado oil. Our next super fat is 4 ounces of olive oil. And I walked off with my olive oil. I got a bigger bowl because I needed that. And to my super fats, I'm going to add 4 half teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of turmeric. I just want it to have a little bit of a yellow color. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, it's been an hour, and this is what it looks like. See this this kind of gelatin looking soap? That's done. That's turned into soap. And then the white stuff in the middle is in gel phase. So I'm just going to give it a stir. All right, about another hour. All right, it's been about another hour. Let's take a look. Oh, this is beautiful. It's time for the super fats. So we'll leave this to cook for about another 30 minutes. And then I'll bring you back. All right, it's been an extra 30 minutes. This is beautiful. I'm going to turn it off and we're going to start cooling. All right, it's time to check our temperature. It's almost 180, so got to get this below 160. Hey guys, I am so sorry that you were not able to see the last part of the soap making video. I had an emergency call that I had to make to my wireless carrier, and right in the middle of it I realized that my soap was to temperature, and so I put them on hold and I came in and ran through adding the essential oils and slamming it into the mold. So the essential oils that I used were lemon essential oil and lavender essential oil from Essential Depot. So I'm going to see if this is hard enough to go ahead and cut. Love these molds. These are Essential Depot's silicone molds. Alright, it is hard enough to cut. Let me get a knife. So these are just for personal use, so it doesn't matter if they're horribly pretty. But I like my bars at about 1¼ inches thick. So I'm just going to go down here and measure them. This smells amazing. 1¼ inches thick lasts a nice long time in the shower. 1 inch is just too thin for me, and anything more, you just can't hold it in your hand unless you're a big old monster guy or something. That's very pretty. Oh, it smells amazing. I love lemon lavender. It smells so clean. I did take the scraps last night and use them in the shower. And even with a 20% super fat, it was not very oily or greasy. So this loaf made 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars. 9 bars of soap. Man, that'll last me at least a year. So I recommend that you do something scary. Get out there and make some soap.